G'day guys, it's Jake here. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Please do your own research when it comes to investing. All right, let's go. So the topic for this video is about the stock market, in particular individual stocks like we have on our screen. Nvidia, first of all, one of the most hottest AI stocks this year so far. So Jesse Cohen has just put out a post on Twitter saying Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang just sold 29.7 million worth of Nvidia shares. He has now sold 184 million over the past 3 weeks. Nvidia CEO keeps on selling shares. So he's been doing this continuously, like I said, for 3 weeks. So 30 million at a time. So he sold more, 184 million. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. This guy is the CEO of this big company that's emerged out of nowhere in 2024. It's the largest company in the world, overtaking Microsoft. So this guy knows something, I think, that many other insiders do. When it comes to being, in their own company, selling shares to take profits, to protect their wealth, essentially. And if the company goes down and he has those shares, they depreciate with the company. It goes down with it. So if you can take some money off the table, I think it's quite a smart move. Seeing that they're going so well, you cash out when the hype is real and everyone else is talking about it. And then when the earnings or something goes wrong for Nvidia, the stock plummets, he's got his shares out. So he's probably got more shares than that, I'd imagine, but because he's a billionaire. So yeah. Anyway, we'll go to the next one. So another CEO, this time Jeff Bezos from Amazon. So Amazon Monster Inside Trading Alert. Founder Jeff Bezos plans to dump $5 billion worth of Amazon shares, bringing his year-to-date total to over $13 billion. Wow, I'm lost for words there. Crazy, eh? Like I said, they know what's going on. They get information that the average retail investor doesn't quite have, and they're just up to date with the economy, their company, how they're tracking with their finances, the balance sheet, the products, the employees, any layoffs that are happening, seeing weakness there because they're not needing excess labour due to the slowdown in demand. So it says here that tech giant's biggest shareholder is set to take his sale of shares to more than $13 billion this year, which he still holds 9% of the company. So he's not a majority shareholder. He's part shareholder. I believe BlackRock, Vanguard, are the ones that own Amazon, are the highest shareholders, and he stepped down from CEO. So he's no longer CEO, but he's a chairman, I believe, of the. He's an executive chair, as it reads on this article here. So yeah, another guy who's planning on getting rid of some stock. Another post here, the biggest bubble in history of mankind. And you can see Nvidia, $102 million per employee. The company, for the market capitalization of $3 trillion, that's how it's valued. Each employee is producing $102 million of value. Imagine that. Wow. And Apple's 19, you got Meta 19, Microsoft, and so forth down the list. We also have an overall, this is more the overall market. So insanity is understatement. Weight of the top 10 stocks in the S&P has spiked to 34%, the most in the entire history. At the same time, the weight of the largest stock of the S&P 500 relative to the 75 largest stock is a 770x difference. So the top stock, which being Microsoft, is 770x larger than the 75% stock. This is even higher than the 1920s. So it shows it right there on the chart. That's crazy, eh? It's amazing. 10 stocks are making up 34% of the index. Like, that's very, very concentrated. And when that concentration starts to disperse and they have to give in, the earnings can't keep beating, and they can't keep showing strength because, like I said, talking about other videos about the economy and looking weak. And even the biggest companies in the world show resilience in times like these, but every other stock's not doing so well, and some break even, some even down. The majority will be down in the 500 S&P index. So, yeah, very, very interesting there. Another one by the Kabasi letter. Breaking: Nancy Pelosi has sold her Tesla position worth $500,000. She has also purchased an additional 1.2 million of Nvidia and 5 million of Broadcom. So there's a pretty transaction report showing her purchases. So she seems to be quite bullish on Nvidia and Broadcom and other tech companies. So yeah, interesting. She does a lot of trades. She does a lot of calls, options trading. You know what I mean? And she does very well out of it. There's a channel on Twitter called the Nancy Pelosi Stock Tracker, and you can see some of her trades. She's outperforming the market. She's doing better than the S&P. Especially last year and the year before, during COVID, she just crushed it. Her and her husband just, derailed any hedge fund manager in her way. Even while she was in office, she was doing it. She was insider trading on her own information. Because she regulates some of these industries, she passes bills because she was the head speaker of the House. So yeah, very, very, very fishy. But this shows that maybe there's more upside to go. We don't know. Look, there's bullish scenarios and bearish scenarios, but it's good to get both sides just to understand where their points of view are coming from. Just one more tweet here, another bullish tweet. I've been here before, buckle up. And I've seen this all over Twitter. Everyone's just posting, comparisons of the halving years, 2012, 2016, 2020, and now. And it's like not long now until you see this huge straight line up, like, banana zone, as they call it. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely bananas. But we get a lot of people out there that just are only bullish. They're not bearish at all. They're just straight bullish because it's positive vibes like that drive a lot of, interest, and they build up the followers, and they're never bearish. We're in this together. We're going to make it, hold, don't sell, and, all this stuff. And it's like when poo-poo hits the fan and the markets start to realise that the job market is not looking good, inflation could take off again. We don't know. That's sort of uncertain. But we know the job market is starting to weaken. Sales for certain companies are starting to ease, and it's looking good on the horizon for companies like Walgreens and Nike, just like down 20% a day, like crazy. So their forecasts aren't looking good. So some sectors, McDonald's and Target and so many others, not doing so well. But you have the Magnificent Seven rising above all tides and all anguish. They're just coming out on top like there's nothing going on. So this is Bitcoin specifically. So yeah, we'll go into the charts. So we have Nvidia, as you can see, a big uprise. And I've drawn a line here, and this line is a parabola. It's a curve that goes straight up like that. So that's a pretty common move. A lot of stocks just go straight up like that, and the higher it goes, the more vertical it looks at the top there. So we've touched a couple of times here, third time, almost a fourth time, and whether we come back or we keep going higher, it's only a matter of time. Whether it just shocks people and just continues high into the end of the year. Anything could happen. Nvidia could just keep beating earnings and and the CEO keeps selling, and we don't know. It could just be great, but I don't think so. Just you can't shrug off that sort of news, and I don't think it's going to happen forever. And you can also see on the MACD here. This is the 3-day chart. We have a bit of divergence happening. So we have a high, higher high. We have a high and a lower high. And I'm just about to cross there. So yeah, look, very, very interesting period that we're in, and we'll see for tomorrow. We'll see some volatility kick in. Let's see where we're going. We also have Amazon, which is all-time highs, looking very, very strong. No end in sight for Amazon. Absolutely, it doesn't see a recession coming. But it's when you don't realise, when at least it's expecting that shock news hits, and it sort of moulds in with the overall thesis of the economy. But yeah, they're not struggling. They're doing quite well. So nothing really to say there on that one. We have Google, another giant, just trying thing against all odds, absolutely crushing it. It's a wonder stock, Google. It's been doing well for a long, long time, and that's expected because it's had a really, really momentous rise. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see really bearish signs here on this stock, but like I said in the video, there's the divergence happening, and that link, the AI craze, it could be the signal for the rest of the market that the AI boom has to come to a halt. Yeah, so we'll have to see on that one. And Apple, wow, just in this rising wedge pattern. He's coming up, down, and breaking through. I thought this was going to be a deviation, personally. And I thought we were going to come down. But it looks like we're not. We're just retesting and continuing the upside. So no bearish signs on that one. And yeah, I've got another index I can show you, which is sort of a couple of sectors. So you got SMH, which is semiconductors, and you have XLP, which is consumer staples, and another parabola, straight parabola. Testing it every time we get. It's so consistent there with this line, and it just keeps going up and up and up, and doesn't show signs of slowing down. But you look at this MACD, and we have these divergences playing out. So the MACD momentum oscillator is signaling a call over, So there's 50 line, and if we hold, we can continue back up, or the momentum can go straight down, and that would signal downward pressure on the market between these two sectors. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. We're going to finish on to the Bitcoin price, because we're absolutely plummeting as we do this video. We'll go to the daily. Oh, looks ugly. Look at that. That is horrid. This is a bad, bad drop. This daily candle is down 5.33%. Horrid. And you can see on this trend line, going back to October of last year, that's where the ETF Bitcoin was, and we're coming back to test it again. Now, this is the last line of defense. Will it hold and continue back up, reclaim support, and go back up to the highs? It'll be like a deviation and like a fake out of this low level of market at 61,000, and this level here. This could be the last. It could come down to 56.5, which is just weak low here, and sort of fake out and then do the same thing. Or will we definitively break, come back up, retest, and then head back down lower to this next support level at 51,000? It's all telling. It's all happening. This could be another, sort of sign that the AI bubble is over. But really, Bitcoin's nothing to do with the AI bubble. It's a higher risk asset compared to the rest of the stock market. It's a lot lower market cap than those big notable names. These are the top 5 names in the stock market, and Bitcoin's a lot smaller than those guys. But it could be a leading indicator, because we could have there's people, the big hedge funds, the big whales as they call them, selling high risk assets first, and then it trickles down to the lower risk at the very end, the last sort of fall. So this could be leading the stock market in a sense that if Bitcoin's going down, the altcoins are going down even more, and then it's only a matter of time before this divergence from Bitcoin going down. So I can show you on my chart, the S&P as a whole is, it's charging higher. S&P's going up, and then Bitcoin sort of went up for a little bit, and now we're sort of starting to diverge. Okay, we're going down while the stock market's going up, and yeah, this is interesting. We'll see what happens. So anyway, of time, guys. It's crucial that we hold, otherwise, we're going a lot lower, and you'll see your favourite altcoins get absolutely obliterated. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it there for that one. Talking about the stock market and a little bit about Bitcoin, but yeah, it's telling that the times that we're in is some big names just don't care about everyone's living conditions. Everyone's struggling. It seems like it is doing so well off the backs of everybody struggling, and it's a testament of these big companies and how great the companies are set up, how strong their balance sheets must be, and it's only a matter of time, I think, but we'll have to see. It's anyone's guess of where the markets are heading. So I hope you liked this video. Please smash the like, comment your thoughts below, subscribe to stay updated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.